Crash course on chemistry, chemical reactions and stoichiometry. Learn about chemical reactions and stoichiometry and how to balance chemical equations. Chemical reactions are all around us, from the food we eat to the air we breathe. For example, the process of digestion in our bodies involves many chemical reactions, such as the breakdown of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins into simpler molecules that can be absorbed by our cells. Another interesting example of a chemical reaction is the combustion of fossil fuels, such as gasoline or diesel, in the engine of a car. This reaction produces carbon dioxide, water, and other byproducts, which are released into the atmosphere. The increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide levels due to human activities is one of the main causes of global climate change. Now let's dive into some of the most popular chemical reactions and stoichiometry concepts. 1. Reaction. In a synthesis reaction, two or more substances combine to form a single compound. The general equation for a synthesis reaction is A plus B, right pointing arrow AB. For example, the reaction of sodium and chlorine to form sodium chloride, table salt, is a synthesis reaction. 2 Na plus Cl2, right pointing arrow 2, sodium chloride. 2. Decomposition reaction. In a decomposition reaction, a single compound breaks down into two or more simpler substances. The general equation for a decomposition reaction is AB, right pointing arrow A plus B. For example, the breakdown of hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen is a decomposition reaction. 2H2O2, right pointing arrow 2H2O plus O2. 3. Single replacement reaction. In a single replacement reaction, one element replaces another element in a compound. The general equation for a single replacement reaction is A plus BC, right pointing arrow B plus AC. For example, the reaction of zinc with hydrochloric acid to form zinc chloride and hydrogen gas is a single replacement reaction. Zn plus 2HCl, right pointing arrow ZnCl2 plus H2. 4. Double replacement reaction. In a double replacement reaction, the cations and anions of two different compounds switch places, resulting in the formation of two new compounds. The general equation for a double replacement reaction is AB plus CD, right pointing arrow AD plus CB. For example, the reaction of silver nitrate with sodium chloride to form silver chloride and sodium nitrate is a double replacement reaction. Silver 1 nitrate plus sodium chloride, right pointing arrow silver 1 chloride plus nano 3. 5. Combustion reaction. In a combustion reaction, a substance reacts with oxygen gas to produce carbon dioxide, water, and heat. The general equation for a combustion reaction is CX plus O2, right pointing arrow CO2 plus H2O. For example, the combustion of methane gas, the main component of natural gas, is a combustion reaction. CH4 plus 2O2, right pointing arrow CO2 plus 2H2O. 6. Acid-base neutralization reaction. In an acid-base neutralization reaction, an acid reacts with a base to form water and a salt. The general equation for an acid-base neutralization reaction is Ha plus Bo, right pointing arrow H2O plus Ba. For example, the reaction of hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide to form sodium chloride and water is an acid-base neutralization reaction. HCl plus NaOH, right pointing arrow sodium chloride plus H2O. 7. Redox reaction. In a redox reaction, electrons are transferred from one species to another. The term redox comes from the words reduction, the gain of electrons, and oxidation, the loss of electrons. For example, the reaction of copper with nitric acid to form copper, nitrate, nitrogen dioxide gas, and water is a redox reaction. Cu plus 4HNO3, right pointing arrow copper 2 nitrate plus 2NO2 plus 2H2O. 8. Precipitation reaction. In a precipitation reaction, two soluble ionic compounds are mixed together and a solid precipitate forms. The general equation for a precipitation reaction is AB plus CD, right pointing arrow AD plus CB. For example, the reaction of silver nitrate with sodium chloride to form a white precipitate of silver chloride is a precipitation reaction. Silver 1 nitrate plus sodium chloride, right pointing arrow AgCl down pointing arrow plus nano 3. 9. Electrolysis. Electrolysis is a process in which an electric current is passed through an electrolyte solution to produce chemical changes. This process is used to extract metals from their ores, produce hydrogen gas, and other applications. For example, the electrolysis of water produces hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. 2H2O, right pointing arrow 2H2 plus O2. 10. Enthalpy and entropy. Enthalpy and entropy are thermodynamic concepts that are used to describe the energy changes that occur in a chemical reaction. Enthalpy is the heat absorbed or released in a reaction, while entropy is a measure of the disorder or randomness of the system. These concepts are important in understanding the feasibility and spontaneity of a reaction. 11. Limiting reactant. In a chemical reaction, the reactant that is completely consumed is called the limiting reactant. The amount of product that can be formed is determined by the amount of limiting reactant present. This concept is important in stoichiometry calculations, where the amounts of reactants and products in a chemical reaction are determined. 12. Balancing chemical equations. Balancing chemical equations is the process of ensuring that the number of atoms of each element is the same on both sides of the equation. This is important to ensure that the law of conservation of mass is obeyed, which states that the total mass of the reactants must be equal to the total mass of the products in a chemical reaction. In summary, chemical reactions and stoichiometry are fundamental concepts in chemistry that are used to understand the transformations of matter. From the synthesis of table salt to the combustion of fossil fuels, chemical reactions are all around us and have profound effects on our daily lives. Understanding the different types of chemical reactions and their stoichiometric relationships is essential for chemists to design new materials, develop new drugs, and solve real-world problems. And now, as promised, here is a poem on chemical reactions and stoichiometry. The dance of atoms, in constant flow, transforming matter, to and fro. Chemical reactions, a wondrous sight, creating new substances, day and night. Synthesis, decomposition, single or double, each with its own purpose, to solve or trouble. Combustion, acid-base, redox too. Electrolysis and precipitation, all anew. Enthalpy and entropy, thermodynamics in play. Limiting reactants, in stoichiometry we weigh. Balancing equations, to ensure mass remains. Conservation of matter, nature always maintains. Chemical reactions, an intricate dance. Of atoms and molecules, in a constant romance. Stoichiometry, a tool to understand the changes of matter in our world so grand. ******, start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html?8 equals 7989335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for support our AnHub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.